this result is going to be amazing. Let's do this together. We are told that A and B are what? They are real numbers. Okay, to simplify this equation, first, let our root A be equal to x. If we say that if we square both sides of the equation, we will have that A is equal to x squared. Okay, then similarly, let square root of B be equal to y. Now, if we square both sides of this equation, we will have that B is equal to y squared. All right, if we say our A is equal to this and our B is equal to this, A plus B, then A plus B will give us what? X squared plus y squared. X squared plus y squared. All right, now we are going to keep this aside and we are going straight to substituting these values into our equations. Okay, so let's do that. If we substitute our A is what? Our A is x squared and our root A is x. That means this is what? X squared multiplied by x, right? So we have x squared multiplied by x plus, similarly, our B is y squared and our root B is y. So we are going to have y squared dot y is equal to 183. Let's call this equation 1, okay? Or let's call it equation 2 because this is another important equation here. So let's call it equation 2. Then similarly, our B is what? Our B is y squared. So be careful while substituting, okay? Y squared multiplied by root A. Our root A is x. So we have x plus our y squared is, our A is what? Our A is x squared. X squared multiplied by our root B is what? Y. Is equal to what? It's going to give us 182. So let's call this equation 3. Now we have x squared multiplied by x will give us what? X to the power of 3 plus y squared multiplied by y is y to the power of 3 is equal to what? 183. Now, similarly, here we are going to have y squared x plus x squared y is equal to what? 182. Okay, now let's cube x plus y. We are going to see why. Because we already have almost everything we need here. So when you cube x plus y, is an identity that is equal to x to the power of 3 plus y to the power of 3 plus 3x squared y plus 3y squared x. All right, is an identity. Now we can write that x plus y raised to the power of 3 is equal to x to the power of 3 plus y to the power of 3. Then let's factorize 3 out, okay? So 3 is out and you have x squared y plus y squared x. Okay, now recall what I said. There's a reason for that. I had to do this because I know that I already have a value for x cubed plus y cubed, which is 183. So let's substitute. We have that x plus y to the power of 3 is equal to, this will give us 183, right? Plus 3 brackets. Also, x squared y plus y squared x is what? 182. So let's write that. Okay, so we now have that x plus y to the power of 3 is equal to 183 plus 3 times 2 is 6, 3 times 8 is 24, 3 times 1 is 3 plus 2 is 5. So we have that x plus y to the power of 3 is equal to 6 plus 3 is 9, 4 plus 8 is 12, carry 1, 6 plus this is 7. Okay, now we have that x plus y to the power of 3 is equal to 9 to the power of 3. Okay, now by comparison, or if you take the cube root of both sides of this equation, you will get that your x plus y is equal to 9, right? So we have that x plus y is equal to 9. This is another important equation. From this equation, we have that y squared x plus x squared y is equal to 182, right? Now they have something in common. What is that? Xy. Now when xy is divided by, when y squared x is divided by xy, we are left with only one y, right? Plus When x squared y is divided by xy, we are left with only x is equal to what? 182. Now we already have a value for y plus x, which is 9. So we are going to do the substitution. So we have that xy bracket 9 is equal to 182, okay, divided by 9 divided by 9. And we are going to have that our xy is equal to 182 over 9. Very important equation, okay, very important. But before we continue, please comment, like and share, and subscribe to the channel. All right, on your notification bell as well if this is actually the first time you are coming across this channel. Okay, thank you so very much. Now we have gotten the value for our xy and we have gotten the value for our x plus y, right? Now we can now square. Yes, let's square x plus y because we already have everything we need in here. Now x plus y all squared according to our algebraic identity is equal to x squared plus y squared plus 2xy. All right, okay, now we have that x plus y squared, or let's just substitute immediately. Our x plus y is equal to what? 9. So we have 9 squared is equal to x squared plus y squared plus 2 brackets. Our xy is already 182 divided by 9. Interesting, right? Okay, let's continue. So we have 81 is x squared plus y squared plus 2 times 2 is 4, 2 times 8 is 16, carry 1, 2 times 1 is 2 plus 1 is 3. So it's going to be 364 divided by 9. Okay, now let's use this side of the board. Let's use this side of the board. But there's an important equation I just cleaned where we said a plus b is equal to x squared plus y squared. Very important equation. Okay, now we have for this side, our x squared plus y squared will be 81 minus 364 over 9. So we have that x squared plus y squared is what? 81 minus 364 over 9. Okay, very close to the solution. Yes, we are. Now we have that x squared plus y squared is equal to, this is same thing as 81 multiplied by 9. 9 times 1 is 9. 9 times 8 is 72. Okay, 729. So this is same thing as 729 over 9 minus 364 over 9. Okay, now we have that x squared plus y squared is equal to, so this is going to be 729 minus 364, everything divided by 9. Now 9 minus 4 will give us 5. 2 minus 6 is not possible. Borrow 1. 12 minus 6 is 6. Then we have 6. 6 minus 3 is 3. So it's going to be 365 divided by 9. Tada! Yes, why am I saying that? Remember the question says we should solve for 9 over 5 multiplied by a plus b. I know some of you will still be like, where is the answer? Let me show you the answer now. It's going to amaze you. Now the question says 9 over 5 multiplied by what? A plus b. This can be written as 9 over 5 multiplied by, recall that our a plus b is equal to x squared plus y squared, right? So we can write this as x squared plus y squared. Okay, so this is equal to 9 over 5 multiplied by x squared plus y squared will give us 365 over 9. 365 over 9. Now this will cancel this and 5 will divide itself 1. If we divide 36, we have 7 remainder 1. If we divide 15, we have 3. So it means that the solution is what? 73. Thank you so much for watching. Have a beautiful day. Bye.